Hey everyone on YouTube, what are we doing on GoldKey Farms today? Well, I'm over here by the planter, and as long as my little clicker works, I got my on and off really pretty good for the camera here. So I can't zoom in, but you can see kind of what I'm doing. I've taken this planter. This shank is pretty well stripped down to where I got to replace. I've taken the disc openers off, so they go on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go through the projects of what's got to be done here. We're going to put the new seed tube guards on. We're going to put new mustaches on, along with the bolts that go with it. And so here's how it goes. So first off, let's put the seed tube guard on. I'll move some things around here so it's easy. But what you got to do first, you're going to lift this up. I'm going to take this guy out of here because we've got to get this seed tube back up. And the seed tube's got to be out of the way so we can put the guard on. So the guards, they basically just fit on here like this. They just slide on. And then we can put our seed tube back in. Make sure he's clicked in and locked up there. This one doesn't want to seem to lock very good, so might have to do some work cleaning out. Not sure, but well, it seems he's locked in up there now. Well, no, he's not either. So what you want to do is you do want to make sure that he's locked in, because otherwise it can move around. See, there's little knobs on this plastic up here. It's hard to see, but those little knobs are supposed to go in these holes. Now, how often do they go in the holes? Do they fit in there? It's not the greatest if you ask me. It's kind of a lame design because they don't ever seem to really fit the best in those holes. But he's probably not going to go anywhere. And this design is such that when you put these back on, it does have a tendency to hold it in pretty good. So you put it on, and we can clip this back in place. Make sure that he's on everywhere where he needs to be, and that the rubber's down. Okay? So that's step number one. That protects your seed tube. Now, step number two, before we go any further, we should replace the mustache. So I've already pre-loosened this mustache bolt. So I'll just take him out now. This is what the mustache looks like. So it looks like this. You got a bolt here like this. These things get worn out. It's hard to tell maybe from here, but you can see that there is a belly where it's worn out. So we will take the new one, clip this to the side, take the new mustache. He goes on here like this. Let me take one of the bolts that came with the new ones, put it in here. You can see it's got a little Teflon on the threads. Keep it in there tight. So then we'll just get it started. I know it's probably, you're not able to see it with my big head in the way, but there we go, we got them started. Now, this happens to be a 15/16 inch socket. I'm sure there's actually a metric size for it, but I don't have all the metric sizes, and this is the size that I'm missing on the metric point. So, now what I like to do, I don't mind taking things loose with the impact wrench, but some of these things, from a tightening perspective, I like to tighten them the old-fashioned way with the socket. That way, you don't over-tighten, strip anything out, break any bolts off, anything like that, and you can kind of feel where it's at. Now, I don't have my torque wrench on this, but I just give this a little pull, and I guarantee he's not coming loose. Let's maybe give her one more little pull. Okay, that's good. Now, We're already taking the old discs off from just the perspective of time. So I've taken the old seed discs off. So the first thing we want to do is we need to take one of our old discs. Come on. We'll take one of our new discs, I should say here. Take one of our new discs and we take what's called the dust cap out. There's this little piece of rubber that is the dust cap. I'm gonna pop him out. She's plastic, but they're dented in because they've sat now. Sat, dented in. So I'm gonna push that out, make sure that we've got a good outer seal. I might have to take a bunch of these out that are dented in and push them out and put them outside in the sun. That way they'll kind of reshape themselves. But now that that's off, what we can do, so you notice in here, we got a really nice looking bearing, okay? So I'll take it and put it on this side so that we can see it go on the other side. Now, the interesting thing about these two, and this planter especially, is this side has right-hand threads, this side has left-handed threads. So, we're gonna put this guy on. He's got spacers behind there. Let's put the left-hand threaded nut on. So, here we go. It's really difficult because you think, well, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. In this case, it's just the opposite way around. It's lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. So, I don't know, whatever. But that's how it works. So, let's get that. Let's give this a little snug up. So I gotta change my socket now. My direction of travel. And you wanna make sure they're tight. And he's just sitting a little bit down there on the seed tube guard, which is fine. Now let's take this guy off. This is my right-handed threads. The other thing I'm going to talk about, oops, see, that's why I put a piece of cardboard down here, because they have these little thingies. These guys are called spacers. I mean, they look like washers, but they're actually spacers. I mean, that's what their purpose is. Their purpose is to space out the disc, especially when it's new. You'll typically always want to use all of them. And right now I've got, on this side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep, I've got 7 spacers. And there are 7 spacers on the other side. So it should come out that it comes out to be the same. Whoops, guess what? Didn't take the cover off of this guy. So let's get in here, take the plastic cap off. Another one, he's all been dented in. Not that it matters if it's dented in, but it just always looks prettier if they're kind of sticking proud a little bit and out. So now let's take this, blow the a little bit of dust that's in there out. We'll put it back on here. Because I remember you had 7 spacers. Now let's put the nut on here. Put the nut on. Now you have to tighten him. So we're going to tighten it first, and then we're going to check for the proper gap. Okay? So we're just going this around. There we go. He's nice and tight. Now, how are we from the perspective of what we should be doing? You're supposed to be taking a business card. You take a business card and you move it up from the inside. Move it to the discs to where they touch. Basically where they just kind of touch. Whoops. I keep popping it out because I turn it just a little bit. But now what you want is you want that to be about 2.5 to 3 inches. And I mean, I'm just barely touching, so I can tell you that that's 3 inches right now. So if I go a little tighter, it would be 2.5. I mean, you probably could take one shim out on either side, but then you start to touch further back. And when you start to touch further back, then you're gonna wear out your seed disc a lot faster. But you do want that nice true V as you open up the seed trench. So that's what we got going on. I said, I think we're gonna leave it just for grins. Let's check the old worn out one for a minute. Let's check and see where it's at. Now it might be hard to see from over there, but I tell you, sliding the cards in, and as I slide the cards in, I'm still about the same. I probably got about a 2.5 inch gap. So even as this wore down, I'm still touching at about 2.5 inches. So really, from a true V spacer perspective, it's okay with the ones that are on there. But that's what we got going on there. Now, I probably should do another video when I put everything back on, because I have to put the gauge wheels back on and set those. Also got to close out, put the firming wheels or the closing wheels in the back. I've got some new ones coming there. I've got some Germinator wheels coming. But that's what's going on today on GoldKey Farms, and hopefully you learned that once you got this on, take your business cards, like I said, take your business cards, slide them up in there. Oops, let's find the groove. Slide it up till it catches, and then slide down from the top. And like I said, where that gap is, that should be anywhere from about 2.5 to 3 inches. And right now that's about what we've got. So I'm pretty happy with that. So now, let's see, I got one down. I have 35 more to do. So it's going to take me a little while, but thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.